Hi, so in this video we're going to talk about contacting, how to write joint venture proposals, how to use the information that we gathered in the previous video, and we're going to talk about including what not to do and what not to write in your joint venture proposals. So let's go ahead and get started and start writing joint venture proposals. So in the previous video I shortly mentioned briefly on this, but when you start out your proposal, you want to be very personal. So if we go back to the information that we looked at earlier, we looked at the full name was Craig Valentine, so we're just going to say Craig, and we're going to start it out by saying, Dear Craig. And one thing you want to avoid is Dear Webmaster, hi, hello, things like that. You want to get specific. You don't want to get too general. Otherwise, if you don't customize it, or if you don't start it out correctly, then most people may not even read further than that. So say, hi, Craig, and start out by complimenting them. You don't actually need to say, hi Craig, my name is blah 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 and I do this and that. You can say, hi Craig, compliment them. You can say something like, I'm one of your newsletter subscribers and have enjoyed reading your newsletter on something. And you want to put whatever that something is to be something specific that he wrote in his newsletter. And you can then say and proceed to saying, my name is Stephen, and I have been a weight loss trainer for 13 years. And another thing is I'll say is you basically want to take the information that we copied earlier, we created earlier, and you want to copy and paste that down here. So basically what we'll be doing is the method of just rewording everything. So we've already talked about his full name, so we don't need to have that again. So we can delete that. And you can say, I'm one of your newsletter, your cbathletics.com newsletter subscribers and have enjoyed blah, blah, blah. So your whole goal in the beginning is to compliment them and make them feel good. Because if they feel nice, then they're going to want to read on. But you want to keep your joint venture proposal short and sweet. So with that said, let's actually go on and continue writing. Now you can introduce yourself, but you don't want to talk too much about yourself. So I can say my name is Stephen and I have been a weight loss trainer for 13 years, blah blah blah. I stumbled onto your other website, TrevorLentzTraining.com, and found your product very intriguing. I would be interested in reviewing your product. Or you could say something like, I would be interested in reviewing your product and promoting it. So that you tell him that you're interested in helping him. You're not all thinking about 100% about you, but when you first start out about it, and then as that continues, then you can start talking about your product and insert your product in there. So after that you say that, you can delete this. Things that caught your eye. I also saw your article on bodybuilding.com. We can move that up. Once that is done, you can briefly say something about his newsletter. I signed up for your newsletter and enjoyed how you talked about blah, blah, blah. So we'll want to move that up here. Delete that. And then you can start talking about your product. I have a video product that could complement your product, or even your list may be interested. Or you don't even have to say that. You can just say, I have a product that could complement your product. It is a video training series on weight loss for newbies to teach anyone without any knowledge, any previous knowledge, on how they begin to lose weight within 3 weeks. The video series is 5 hours long, and I have several workout booklets that come along with it. And then you want to connect your video product with his product, and you could say, I noticed that your product, Turbulence Training, provided fast blasting workouts. My product also deals with several workouts that allow people to do just that. I was wondering if you would be interested in either reviewing or promoting my product to your list. If so, I can provide you with 75% commissions, if after reviewing the product and you enjoyed it, I would also appreciate a testimonial. So we're looking at a bonus right here, right? So let's say, for example, that he replies and says, no, I'm too busy. And you could say something like, well, could you promote or could you provide this product as a bonus to your product? I will give you the bonus for free for your paid customers. That way you're getting paid customers onto your list, and it's building your list in return. So there are many ways of approaching. If they don't have time to promote it to the list, that's fine. You can still get a testimonial, and you can still get other things out of that. So what's in it for their list? You could say something like, your list will gain access to my full series, and I'll throw in a freebie of blank, whatever that blank is. Do you have any conversion stats? You can say the product is receiving very good conversions. In fact, one of my affiliates sold 20 copies of my video series for every 100 people he sent. How easy is it to sign up and start promoting? I will do 99% of the work so that it is extremely easy to sign up and start promoting. I have also provided email solo ads and other resources if you need to use them or at your convenience. I'm using Pay.com, the Pay.com affiliate system. So, and I'll be sending affiliate payments out every single month at the end of the month. If you're interested, feel free to download the product below. And it's okay to give people access to your product if you're interested in having them promote your product, because let's say that they are interested, and let's say that they have a spot to promote, but you haven't sent them the product link yet, so that kind of pushes things back, and because of that, you know, your opportunity passes by. So you want to provide that product link, and after that you can say, please feel free to contact me at your email or give me a call at your phone number. Thank you. You. Or your name, whatever your name is. So it's not too long, not too short. And if you want to shorten it, you can always shorten it down a little bit. So as you can see here, you address the person here, and then secondly, you build some sort of relationship showing that you're not just an outsider, you've actually signed up onto his newsletter. Secondly, you introduce yourself briefly. So in the sense, you want to balance it. You want to have half of it talking about his product, his things, and things like that. And the other half can talk about your product, what's your USP, your unique selling proposition, what you provide, what your commissions provided, what your conversion rates are, and things like that. Now, it's a great way to balance that way. That way your customized joint venture proposal has a better rate of being accepted, because you know that you took a long time to write him or do research on him. And not only that, your product needs to be something that can really sell. So sometimes before even approaching the big guys, it's often good to promote your product and see how it sells first, and then use those conversion rates to approach the bigger guys. So now you can see that we've actually created a joint venture proposal by simply copying all the information that we gathered up here and actually turning that into a nicely readable joint venture proposal email. So you can send this off when you're ready, and you'll either be contacted by email or phone if he's interested. And lastly, in video number 6, we're going to talk about follow-ups, because when you send out this email, a lot of times people might miss your email. So, but you sort of want to wait maybe a few days later or a week later. If you haven't heard anything, then you want to follow up with that person by sending them a follow-up email. And it doesn't hurt to send them that follow-up email because actually, to be truthful, a lot of joint ventures, partners and people, even I, when people send us emails about joint ventures, a lot of times we'll forget about them because of our busy schedules. So it's not necessarily that we may not have said no, it's just we forgot all about it. So let's go ahead and go to the video 6.